No group photos, I'm begging you. No more than one. One group photo per person. I'm serious. Okay, now why are we putting pictures of open wounds on our profiles? What are we doing? You have all the time in the world to go bald. Some guys don't even get a choice. So what are we rushing for? Why does this man hit me with some, I need your lips on me? Don't panic buy people on Tinder. Hi. Dating apps. Okay, that's what we're talking about today. I joined 4 of them. I have never used a dating app prior to doing my boots on the ground journalism for this video. They're just not for me. I'm just gonna explain a couple little things really quick if you don't want to hear it and you want to just get right into my research. There's chapters on this video. Feel free to skip ahead. I'm sure you, like me, have heard a bajillion stories about dating apps, or probably even have your own. And then I was like, well, you know, I have a YouTube channel. Why don't I try a few of them out and just like take notes about my experience partaking in them? So that's what we're gonna go over today. I used Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, and Duet. Okay, those were the 4 that I decided to try. We'll go over these and everything, okay? And then at the end, I'll give you my verdict on what I think. Maybe my opinion has changed. Now, I did pay for 2 of these because I just needed a little more for this. This is all for you. Okay, this is like a rule that I set for myself here, okay? I set my location to be like as far away as possible, basically, from where I am, because I did need to swipe on guys for this, okay? Like what would have been the point of doing this if I wasn't gonna do that, right? But I didn't want to be swiping on guys that were close to me and then just talking to them and then like completely ghosting out of nowhere because this was for a YouTube video. So I only swiped on guys that were like really far away, because then if you know, they were to say something like, let me take you out or something, you know, if that were to come up, then I could be like, oh, I think we're kind of far. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have to just disappear or whatever, you know? Just keep that in mind. I wasn't just like talking to a bunch of strangers and then ghosting out of nowhere for a silly little YouTube video. Just keep that in mind, all right? Let's get to this, shall we? We're gonna start with Tinder. Some of these notes are silly. I wrote, oh my God, no more blondes in all caps. It's more of a personal note for me, I think. Okay, now why are we putting pictures of open wounds on our profiles? Obviously, I can't show you what I was talking about. Guys, this is a dating app. It's a dating app. Have you guys legitimately, listen, have you ever come across another person's dating profile, regardless of who you're attracted to, like gender-wise, it doesn't matter. Have you ever come across a dating profile that had an open wound, like a gash on their forehead, and thought, yeah, need that? Have you? Yeah, I'm sure there's a couple of you, but if you answered no, if seeing a picture of somebody's open wound does in fact not make you want to go to dinner with them or the movies or whatever, maybe you shouldn't have that on your profile either, because that grossed me out. And I didn't see it just once. I saw it more than once. There's a lot of guys that I think a lot of people would agree with me that on a dating profile, when you're just trying to meet somebody, an open wound is not the sexiest thing, or even the most intriguing thing if you're just looking to get to know somebody at first. I understand maybe it could be a conversation starter. However, not for me. And I don't think for a lot of people. That grosses me out. I don't know. It's just something to consider. Too many group photos. Stop it. I am serious about this one. I can't speak for women or anybody non-binary. Okay, I had it set to just men. Okay, so that's why I'm having to address specifically men. But anybody basically could be taking notes from this if you have a dating profile or plan to make one in the future. No group photos, I'm begging you. No more than one. One group photo per person. I'm serious. And it cannot be your first 2 photos. It has to be the 3rd to 6th photo. Most of these let you have at least 6 pictures, okay? No more group photos. You get 1. I'm setting the rules now. Do you have any idea how many guys' profiles I looked at while I was like researching like what we're really doing on these apps? And all 6 pictures were group photos with at least 4 people in them, I'm swiping left immediately. I'm not going on a hunt to figure out who you are. I don't care that much. I'm sorry. I don't know you. Like, I say one group photo because, you know, friends are obviously an important part of our lives. If you're doing something fun with your friends, maybe we'll make it 2. Okay, you're doing fun things. Maybe you all love going hiking, put a picture, or you all love going bowling or something. I don't know. Group photos can be okay, but it can't be all of them, and it can't be the first 2. I need to know who I'm talking to if I swipe right. And I'm not saying this was not just like 2 people. It was like 40 of them. It's just a suggestion. But also, I'm serious. No more than 2, we'll say. This is just a note. Okay, this is a hack for anybody that has Tinder. Okay, if you buy Tinder Gold, you can like see who likes you. Right. Well, if you just swipe left enough times, it just starts to tell you who liked you anyway. It's not going to show you on the page itself where you can see everybody, but if you swipe left enough times, people will start showing up with a thing that says, like, they liked you or whatever. Like, this person liked you. I don't remember exactly what it said, but it'll tell you if you just swipe enough. So don't pay for that. Not for that reason anyway. And I'm not judging financial decisions. Like I said, I paid for 2 of these literally just for this video. I'm just saying as like a hack, okay? If the only reason you wanted to buy Tinder Gold or whatever it was because you want to see who liked you, if you swipe left or right, whatever. You don't have to swipe left enough times. I was just swiping left a lot. If you swipe enough times, it'll just tell you little by little. So keep that in mind. I forgot about this. Oh my God. I did this like a week ago, guys. If anybody saw my little Galentine's sleepover video, told a story about a guy that I worked with, and on like the first day of meeting him, I had to train him, and he kept putting his hand on my back when we were talking, and then I like made some like dry, like sarcastic joke, and he was like, "Oh, you've got a little bite to you. I like that." I found him on there. I fear I spoke him back into existence. I need to unspeak him from existence now. That was so jarring. Absolutely terrible. Swipe left quick on that one. This just made me laugh. Tinder has like a top 10 picks page, all right? They'll just put 10 people there on the top 10 picks page, and it refreshes every day. And if you want to like swipe on any of them or message them, I'm pretty sure you have to pay for Tinder. They put like 10 hot people from whatever gender you're looking for in front of you, and then they have a timer on it. And if you don't want to miss out on the chance to maybe talk to them, you have to pay. Bro, they're trying to make you panic buy people. Tinder is trying to make you panic buy people. What are we talking about? Buy Tinder Gold, you're gonna miss out on this. First of all, you'd probably swipe, and they also probably wouldn't answer anyway, because it seems like they've got like an ego thing going on where it's like somebody will swipe on you, then you swipe back and they just don't say anything. And I chalk that up to ego boosting. Swipe on somebody that they think is attractive. I just broke my pen. Guys, I promise I'm not heated about this. I just fidget a lot, all right? I think people will swipe on somebody that they think is attractive just to see if the person they thought was attractive would swipe back on them. And then if they do get that swipe back, then they can be like, okay, cool. This person that I thought was hot thinks I'm hot too. Cool. I'm hot. And then that's it. Don't panic buy people on Tinder. I really broke my pen. This is my special pen for this notebook. Damn. I did match with 2 guys on Tinder. We did not talk at all. This is just my own personal opinion, okay? You do not have to agree with me on this. But I think that the person that swiped first, if there's a match, then has to initiate the conversation because you went first. Okay, it's like zipper merging on the road, all right? If you swiped on me and then I swipe back, you should say something first. If I swiped on you first and then you swipe back, then I would say something first. You know what I mean? Both of these guys swiped on me first and they didn't say anything. So, 2 matches, no communication. That's how Tinder went. Hi. Editing Sarah here, okay? I'm editing this right now. I just have a little update. It has been a little over a week now since I did this video, okay? Like the research for it, okay? Now, like I said, for Tinder, I matched with a couple guys, didn't talk to anybody. In a shocking turn of events, somebody that I did not match with has reached out to me. You might be thinking like, oh, well, if you didn't match with him, like, how do you like remember who he is? Like, there's a lot of people on those apps. I remember who he is because this particular guy liked me on either 3 out of the 4 apps or all 4 of the apps we're talking about. Somebody keeps popping up on these things, you're gonna recognize them. I did swipe left every time he came up on all of them. So we did not interact once because I kept swiping left. I wake up today with this DM from him. I don't know how to feel about it. I am very much a like, go for what you want in life. There's no like harm in trying. Like, the biggest disservice you can do to yourself is to not try. Okay, I stand by that. However, with this particular set of circumstances, I do feel a little bit weird. I think that maybe the going for what you want should have been the 3 to 4 likes that you sent the same person on all these dating apps. And then if they didn't answer, I think we need to just call it and move on, because this was a little strange to me. And I know he said that he just happened to be looking up the name Sarah and I just happened to pop up, and you know what? Maybe that's true. Or maybe it's not true and he quite literally tried to find my social media. All I know is that this made me feel a little weird that I never matched with this guy on any of them, and then he went and found my Instagram and then followed me and sent me this. I mean, at least he was nice, I guess. I don't know, it's a little weird to me. Maybe it's just weird because I wouldn't do that. If I sent a guy on one of these apps a like on multiple of them and he just didn't answer, I wouldn't go find his social media. So there's the update. Let's move on to Hinge, shall we? Now, Hinge is one of the 2 that I paid for. I set the location to 4 different places. I kept switching it, all right? Here's the thing. I did not research these apps before getting on them. I just picked 4 that I knew were popular. I didn't realize that Hinge's user base is a little older, I guess, than the other 3. Before I knew that, I wrote down a lot of men over 30 in my likes. Like, a lot of them. So this is how many men 30 and up liked me, or whatever, within a day. This was just the first day. Okay, listen, my perspective of myself is very jaded, all right? But I hear a lot that I look young, okay? So regardless of the user base on Hinge, you know, I'm not even gonna say it makes me question. Listen, a lot of men are weird. If you're a man watching this and you don't personally think you're weird, then there shouldn't be a reason to get upset, because I wouldn't be talking about you. Just for the record, okay? If I look young, it's odd that there's 40 and 50-year-old men that look at 20-year-old women, and unfortunately younger, okay, and are like, need that. No, you need psychiatric help. I don't know what else to tell you. And like I said, if you're a man watching this and you're not attracted to people 20 years younger than you or underage girls, then you really don't have a reason to be upset, because you're not who I'm talking about. Men really need to understand that you do not need to be defending men as a whole. Being a man does not need to be your identity. Being a decent person should be your identity. That's all you should want. It has nothing to do with your gender or anything. You should just want to be a good person. You shouldn't be 50 years old and finding yourself attracted to a 24-year-old. And if you're a man that's not like that, men that are like that do not need you to defend them. You should not be wanting to associate with weirdos like that just because you're the same gender. That's crazy. That's crazy. Absolutely. Maybe keep that in mind. Anyways, I wrote that I'm getting kind of upset that these men have bigger lips than I do. There were a lot of guys that have bigger lips than me. This is not fair. And I will not be getting lip injections ever or anything, because I cannot have a needle go into my lips. It's not happening. It's not happening. So it's not an option for me. I don't think it's fair. Hinge has this little comment feature where when you like somebody or whatever, you can send a little comment based on like one of their prompts or photos or whatever they put on their profile. So here's a few of those. I forgot that these things have bots sometimes. Did I match with people on Hinge? I don't think I matched with anybody on Hinge. They were all way older than me. We're gonna talk about Bumble now. Bumble was my least favorite of the 4. Okay, I was just bored. I said it gives me a weird vibe. It feels empty or something. Like the app, I would sit there and I swear I could hear just like white noise playing in my head or something. I didn't like it. I don't know. I wrote, some men need to start taking their haircuts and styles more seriously. It makes all the difference. Guys, I'm serious. Guys would have these profiles, all right? Their first picture, they would have, their hair would look great, all right, first picture. And then the next picture, it would be like a buzz cut. And it's just like, you had me in the first half. I'm just saying, it's just, take your haircuts more seriously and your hairstyles more seriously, please. I'm telling you, it will make all the difference. Hair makes all the difference. I'm serious. And some people look good with a buzz cut. I'm not saying, oh my God, that's the worst style ever. Don't do that. I'm just saying there would be guys that had like a full head of hair. It looked great. And then 2 pictures later, shaved off. What are we doing? You have all the time in the world to go bald. Some guys don't even get a choice. So what are we rushing for? If you have hair, maybe just keep it. Maybe just keep it. It's just a suggestion. It's up to you. It's not my hair. I'm just saying. This app is so touchy, by the way. I kept accidentally swiping right on people. I would go to like swipe down, like up or whatever, because you have to swipe up to go look at the profiles, and I would go like that on accident, and it would swipe right. And you have to pay for these things if you want to undo that. I forgot about this. There seems to be an exceptional amount of Matthews on here. I know there's only so many names in the world, all right? There was a lot of Matthews on here, like Matts and Matthews. Are you guys okay? I'm not even talking about just Bumble, because after I noticed it on Bumble, I started paying attention to it on the other 4, and I counted across all 4 dating apps that I used in the span of less than 24 hours, by the way, because I didn't start counting until I had already noticed that I had been seeing a lot of Matthews, was 45. I came across at least 45 Matt or Matthews on these dating apps in technically less than 24 hours. Are you guys okay? I'm not judging. Seriously, I haven't had a date in a year. And don't get me wrong, I haven't been looking, but it's been over a year actually. But I'm just wondering, are the Matt and Matthews of the world okay? Because 45 of you guys was a lot. And then in all caps, I wrote, no more group photos, please, again, because it's a curse across all the apps. No more than 2 group photos, and they cannot be sooner than the first 2. It has to be 3 to 6. Stop. I really couldn't take it. It was exhausting me seeing all these group photos. I just can't with it. I should have counted how many profiles I saw where they were all group photos, and then like a picture of like a lake or something. Who are you? Who am I supposed to be looking at? I'm not playing a game. Who are you? This is about one in particular profile. I said, making your first picture you cuddling with another woman is certainly a choice. It was like full on. Who is that? Because this is the thing. This is a dating app. So obviously I can't hope for it to be a current girlfriend. It'd be kind of weird to put an ex. But if it's not your current girlfriend or ex, that means it has to be somebody that you're related to. Like, it could be a friend, but I don't know why you would put a picture of you cuddling with one of your friends as the very first picture, let alone any of them, on your dating profile. What are we talking about? It was weird. I didn't like the vibe. The last thing I wrote for Bumble was, in all caps, I said, I keep matching people on accident, help! I matched with like 10 different guys on accident because I kept swiping right on accident. I matched with a few guys on Bumble on accident, but I didn't talk to any of them either. Now we're going to talk about Duet. This is the one that made me film this video in the first place, because every time I'm on TikTok, when I'm scrolling through my For You page, every 3rd video is an ad for this freaking app. And I was like, oh, maybe this one's really bad then, if they're needing to promote it this much. So I was like, oh, I'll join Duet for a video. And I was like, that's not going to be enough. We need to do more. That's why we did all 4 of these. So let's talk about Duet. The voice prompts scare me. I cannot listen to them. You know, the profiles have you like, ow, hold on, I gotta get off my feet here. Ow. Oh my God, they are both completely numb. Ouch. Dating profiles do this thing. They have you answer prompts. If you want, then people can read them and see if they want to talk to you. I'll show you. This is one of the prompts that I used for my Tinder profile. On Duet, you can answer them with your voice, and I couldn't listen to any of them. The thought of it was freaking me out. I don't know how to explain it. I'm never gonna beat the neurodivergent accusations, but it was freaking me out. It's like, I can't listen to any of these, so I didn't press a single one. But the fact that they were there was freaking me out. I said, a lot of Matthews on here too. Are you guys okay? I matched with a few guys on Duet, okay? I think like 4 of them. Most of them were just really dry conversations like, hey, sup, like that kind of thing. So that was pretty on the nose, okay? None of them were really worth putting in this video, except for this one. Now, like I said earlier, I was only swiping on guys that their locations said they were like further away from me, like hours away. If a guy were to mention like, oh, like, let me take you out, I could just be like, oh, like, you know, we're really far away from each other. I wouldn't have to hurt anybody's feelings. It's literally just distance, okay? Like, that's why. This one particular guy, a Matthew, might I add, we matched, okay? We're just having like a normal conversation, sort of. He said hi, I said hi back. He asked me about some of my hobbies. I answered. Okay, I asked him what he fills his free time with. Okay, whatever. He said this. Then he sent me a voice note. I don't know why those scare me so bad. I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like them. But nonetheless, he sent me that and said something about I needed to come over. He was, oh my god, I'm starting to forget it because I don't want to remember it anymore, but it was something like, you need to come over, like we can cuddle up and watch some movies and drink some wine. I'm sorry. This is like 4 messages into this conversation, by the way. Cool that we're into, you know, some of the same stuff, hobby-wise, and then I said that I think we're too far away from each other to pull that off. He lived like, I think 5 or 6 states away from me. States, okay, that's hours, all right? So I was like, perfect. It's a good thing I set this rule for myself because now I can just say that and like, it's fine. It's no biggie. You would think, right? Why does this man hit me with some, I need your lips on me? We're talking hours. We don't know each other. And this was like 5 or 6 messages in. Guys, we're moving way too fast. I know for a lot of people, hooking up is just like a thing. I don't personally do it. I also didn't think though, like maybe I'm naive or out of the loop or something, but I didn't think we were offering or requesting for that matter, because I don't actually know particularly which one he was going to go with here if I had agreed to it. People to drive hours that we don't know for a hookup. Am I losing my mind or something? I said, no, thank you. Listen, this is just a theory. If I had said yes, he would have asked me to go to him. No. Anyways, that's my experience with dating apps. What did I think overall? It was what I was expecting. Yeah. Will I use them again? No. There are some things in life you know, you just make a decision about them without having actually tried them or participated, you know, with anything, because you know yourself. But then maybe after a little while, some time passes and you're like, maybe I'm missing out on something. Maybe I should give it a try. And then you do give this thing a try and it's proven to you that you do in fact know yourself enough to know that it wasn't for you without even needing to try it. And that was one of these things. I have been right this whole time. Dating apps are not for me. I deleted all of them after 2 days. This video was originally supposed to be a week's worth of research, but after 2 days, after being bombarded with profiles filled with group photos, men 30 to 60 liking my profile, and a random man that I matched with on Duet acknowledging that we need to meet up literally within less than a day of talking, texting, not even talking, I couldn't take it anymore. It quite literally drained the life out of me in 2 days. So those are gone. I fully, not even just deleted the apps, I deleted my profiles completely. I will never use a dating app again. Anyways, that's enough. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I upload new videos every single Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever floats your boat. I always appreciate it. If you want to see any of the other places I exist, my Instagram and TikTok are both linked down below. Have a good rest of your day, night, week, month, year, life, all of it.